money was my plan. Woman, I'm fast living, make me a broken man. But I'll be back on Long Island again, where the people are so nice and proud to let me in. Oh, going back to Long Island again, when there's so much love to give, less jealousy and pain. Hey, head down to Regatta side to watch them boats in broad daylight. Tide is high, the wind is fair, and all the sailing masters there. From mango bush to winning gold, the secret is in Mark knows. When he feels the wind. Long Island boat again and again.
Back to Long Island.
Say, with DK.
Long Island.
Sweet Island gal.
Long Island.
Susan Chase.
Long Island.
Running tide.
Long Island.
But I'll be back to Long Island again, where the people are so nice and proud to let me in. Oh, I'll be back on Long Island again, where there's so much love to give, less jealousy and pain.
A seaman, my work is on the water. Free diving, throw no line is how I survive. Listen, from foggy to yellowtail, from jackfish to killer whale, I jump in my dingy boat and I head on down the coast. I need a fish to bite, my kids gotta eat tonight, so I do what I gotta do, take some fish back for them to stew. I've been in the trade long and I was made strong by my father's side. He said, get this boy to make them man. Once you got a big line, son, you'll be fine. Just keep your eye out for them road groupers passing by. I'm a boatman, a seaman. My work is on the water. Free diving, throwing out line is how I survive. Oh, come on. Let's go down the shore.
Oh, that's it. Rock it. Do it. Come on. Check it out. Another weekend's here. We got a fever in the air. People all around. Everybody's getting down. Breaking skirt music. That's what they wanna hear. Dancing to the music. Everything they bear. Grab yourself a partner, spin around and round. Put your arm akimbo, wind down to the ground. When you hear the music, you will ask for more. When you feel the rhythm, you will jump up on the floor. We got a time again. Everybody singing. Party time again. Hear the music playing. Got a time again. Everybody's dancing. Party time again. No time for romances. Oh yeah, do it, y'all. That's right. Shake it, girl. Ladies here and there, dancing everywhere. The party's on.
All right, Josh, Keanu, you guys are a very impressive regatta, man. Start to finish, you guys have been dominant.
Yeah.
So we know what time it is.
Yeah, you know what time it is.
Well, tell us about the final race.
That final race was intense. We had a rough start. We got tangled with another boat, and Kayla was just ready to run, and we were able to get off on our own and able to come back and, I don't know, get the race.
All right, so drop the mic. Let Keanu talk for a minute.
Yeah, all right, yeah. When we get tangled up, I was like, you might as well just sail the race and pray to God we get something lucky. And we did. We went all the way left, catch the biggest chef I see yet, and just point straight to the buoy, and we cross them.
All right, now before you guys jump overboard, make sure you put my mic down.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. Here it goes.
Oh, yeah, you knew it.
Signature backflip. Lady Kayla.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right. That's good.
All right, standing by here at the 56th annual Long Island Regatta. We got a few sailors here. I'm just gonna sit down and just talk with them to find out how things are going. Really quickly, just go ahead, introduce yourself. Let me know what boat you sail on, and then how are things going for you this regatta so far.
Good afternoon. My name is Colin Cartwright, also known as Christo. I sail on the Lady Anne Marie Sacrifice, and I'm crew on the Susan Chase and Running Tide. So far in Lady Anne Marie, I've got a first and a second. And in Sacrifice, I got a ninth and a fourth today. But yesterday I was in third, but I had a little mess up. But so far, everything's going good.
All right, excellent. Let's talk about the E-Class a little bit. First of all, tell me how long have you been sailing, specifically the E-Class, and where do you stack up right now in terms of points, and what needs to happen, for you to kind of finish out in the top 3 this weekend?
Well, I built my E-Class last year during the Christmas, so 2024 Christmas. Well, 2023, 2024. So yeah, I had it for almost 2 years now. So far, I've been doing good in most of my regattas, but for this regatta, all I have to do to get first overall, I have to beat Lady Kayla and Mako. But once I stay up in the top 3, I'll secure a second overall.
All right, well, Crystal, wishing you all the best. I see we also have another famous sailor here. I think his name is Drake. You're the son of Diane Knowles, correct? All right, tell me a little bit about your sailing experience, and then are you participating in this regatta? What boat are you sailing?
My sailing experience is pretty good. It's been good so far. In the races, in early bird, we got a 4th and a 3rd. And then, yeah, we lost our 2nd place position because of a few mistakes. And I sail on early bird, Captain Lauren Knowles, and Susan Chase.
All right, let's talk about early bird for a minute now. I think I could be mistaken. Did you guys have a collision, or was it a close call? Anything out there on the course today, yesterday? Any touches, anything like that?
No, sir.
All right. Drake is like, he's a safe sailor. That ain't me. I got the wrong one. But we have some other folks here sailing. Can I speak with you for just a minute? This beautiful young lady here. Introduce yourself to those of our viewers that's watching, and let me know what's your experience been at this 56th annual Long Island Regatta.
My name is Asia Thompson. This is my first time at Long Island Regatta, so it's been pretty cool. I went out on the boat yesterday, was watching the races, and it's pretty fun. Sun hot, but it's been nice.
So you said first time out of Long Island Regatta, so you're not originally from Long Island?
No, I'm not, but my family is.
So where are you visiting from?
Nassau.
Nassau. So we got the city girl here in the island enjoying the regatta. Buddy, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let me know how you're enjoying things so far.
My name is Ethan Fox. It's pretty good. Last couple of regattas, been raining. Finally got some good weather this year. Good sailors, good races.
Excellent, excellent. You sail on any of the boats? No sailing?
I don't sail.
All right, we need to get you out there, man.
Yeah. Hopefully next year, get out there, first timer. Hopefully do good.
You could take this hat off and probably get a tan, a little tan. But ladies and gentlemen, listen, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to send it back over to our crew, that's our commentators that's basically running this entire broadcast. They're doing an incredible job. Stay tuned. Hey guys, I know it's a little bit loud behind me, but I just ran into the owner of the Whitty K, Joshua Knowles? Jason Knowles, forgive me. Jason, tell me, how is the boat doing so far in this regatta? I know we just finished the 2nd series race. It was a tight race. Tell me what's your experience like with Whitty K, and how's the regatta going so far for you guys?
Well, it started out very good for us. Actually, still going very good for us. The first race, which is the ocean race, we got first in that. And then the first point race, we got first in that. Unfortunately, he was doing pretty good in this one. We was actually second, and I'm getting third. So far, so good. It's between us and Sassy Sue for the championship. Either way, we got to beat them. They ahead of us by 1 point. Right. So once we have to beat them tomorrow in order to win a championship. But it's looking good so far.
So what's your take? Let's talk about that race that just took place. What's your take on, I saw Stroud was able to sneak in there. What's your take on that?
Let's talk about that. I told my crew I was very disappointed in them because I think that they sailed a bad race. They was trying to make some different maneuvers, hoping to make Stephen make a mistake. But Stephen very rarely makes mistakes. So I was a little disappointed with them because, like I told them this morning, sail for position. You don't have to get first. Just sail for position, stay in the top two or whatever, so you'll be in a good position. They go on out there, these young guys, young blood, they hunting for they want this first bad. They already got 2 guns, so they're looking for a third gun. You can't blame them. But I tell them, sometimes you sail smart because you see what's out there, right? If they don't came right up there and end up getting second, they're lucky 2 or 3 other boats didn't pass them, trying to do tack for Stephen, trying to confuse Stephen, but you could very rarely do.
Yeah, that's true, man. Stephen is a very experienced sailor, and trust me, that man knows what he's doing out there on the water. But Jason, listen, nice to meet you, and wish you guys all the best in this regatta. I also see Rodney Burrows here. We're going to talk to Rodney Burrows. He's a big contractor here in the Bahamas. Rodney, tell me, you're in your hometown. How's the regatta going so far for you?
Oh, the regatta is going well. I mean, we got out on the water yesterday, and all the boats sailed very well. It doesn't seem like we're having any problems, so definitely enjoying this regatta and hoping that everybody will come and have a great time like me.
Now, I know we got several Long Island boats in this race. I'm going to put you on the spot. Who you rooting for to take first place in the C class?
I'm rooting for Long Island to take first place.
Smart man. Great answer. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. This is the 56th annual Long Island Regatta.
My work is on the water, free diving, throw no line is how I survive. Listen, from foggy to yellowtail, from jackfish to killer whale, I jump in my dinghy boat and I head on down the coast. I need a fish to bite, my kids gotta eat tonight, so I do what I gotta do, take some fish back for them to stew. I've been in the trail long and I was very strong. By my father's side, say get rich boy to make your man. What you got a big line, son, you be fine. Just keep your eye out for them floating groupers passing by. I'm a boatman, a seaman. My work is on the water, free diving, throwing out line is how I survive. Oh, come on. Yeah, let's go down the shore. On the water, free diving, throw out line is how I survive. Oh! On the water, free diving, throw out line is how I.
Now, one more day to go. In terms of points, where do you sit versus BDK?
1 point ahead.
You're 1 point ahead.
She got a first and a third. That's
Okay.
4 points. And I got a first and a second, which is 3. It still doesn't matter if he beat me tomorrow. Well, if he was finishing in front of me, we'll be tied, but he would have beat me twice, he would win. So I still have to beat him tomorrow.
Let me ask you a question. This is myth about some boats being faster than others. Is the WDK faster than the Sassy Sue?
WDK and the Sassy Sue is 2 different designs.
Okay.
It's almost like the Legend and the Running Tide.
Okay.
Right, the WDK is a smaller boat. She can't carry as much sail. So I overpowered him today. He can't match me with sail. It's the same thing with the Legend and the Running Tide. I can't match the Legend with no sail.
No.
She go in the wind.
Yeah.
So the boats are designed for different things, But the WDK is a very fast boat.
Right. You used to sail it. Used to sail it before.
I sailed the WDK for almost 10 years. I know.
Yeah.
You see the day every time he talk, I talk. I ain't letting him go.
No.
If you let him go, he's like a thief in the night.
Yeah.
Gone. So.
All right, man. Well, good luck for the final day.
Yeah.
Hopefully see you on the podium.
Yes, sir.
All right.
To all of our sailing fans who are tuned in, watching, listening to the 56th annual Long Island Regatta. We're here in beautiful Salt Pond Harbor. I'm Dwight Hart, joined by Captain Stafford Patterson, Captain Plug, and he hails from Abaco. And Captain Plug, we've had a pretty good start to the final day of sailing so far. G-class finished, E-class finished, and we're about to get C-class going.
Let's get this party started, if you will. Well, I guess it's already really started with those 2 races you just mentioned, but C-class next in the program. And we've got most of the boats out there on the start line, 1 or 2 stragglers coming up, so it's going to be a few minutes before the start of this next race here, being held in Salt Pond Harbor, Long Island. Weather conditions, winds are basically southeast, probably about 12, maybe at the most. So great sailing conditions out here today for the final day of racing in this sailing regatta.
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, the weather conditions are really probably as perfect as I can get for sailing. Enough wind to move these boats along, but not so much that we risk any boats tipping over or sinking because of it being blowing too hard or ripples on the water.
And the race committee, I'm sure, will set up a course that is keeping safety in
Conducive to
mind.
the winds, yeah.
But I got to mention, as this is the final race of the 3 points races in the regatta here, it's go for broke right now. So teams, if you're listening to me, don't hold back, boys. Put on your big sail and have at it. It's the best way I can say. Obviously, you don't want to overpower yourself, but you got to go for it, man. This is it.
Well, in the first points race on Thursday, we had Witty K coming across in first place, Sassy Sue in second place. In yesterday's second points race, we had Sassy Sue in first place, Witty K in third place. So that is where the race is. I believe we're going to see the overall winner come from either one of those two boats, depending on where they fit today. So Sassy Sue really only needs to come second, and it doesn't matter where any other boat plays, and she will capture the overall, I think. Witty K is going to need to place at least two boats ahead of Sassy Sue in order to claim the first place.
Absolutely. So apologies for not doing it for the G and the E class earlier during the break. After the race there, I went downstairs and looked at the scoreboard, which is the official scoreboard is right on the back of the stage area there. And so Sassy Sue coming in first place right now in points with a total of 3 points. And Witty K right behind her with a total of 4 points. And then in third place, going into this final race, you have Xena with 8 points. And fourth place, Shroud with 10 points. And in fifth, you have Crazy Partner with 11. So, yeah, Dwight, I think your overall champion is going to come from those top two, Sassy Sue or Witty K. But, you know, an accident, a broken line, rip sail.
Yeah.
We've seen it happen before. So,
Xena will still have a shot, yeah.
Those are your top 5 boats in points heading into the final race here. Should be a good one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, and we've got both the Facebook and YouTube pages up, and so if you are tuned in outside of Long Island or even in Long Island and you want to make some comments, please feel free to drop, and Cap and I will do our best to point them out and give you a shout out. We see Diane DeGardenas has already said thank you earlier today, and we have Corrine Gardner. Good morning, my Long Island folks. All right, and so we have an interview coming up right now. These are brothers Norman and Nash Cartwright, and they were in the G class, I believe.
Yes.
And these young men are going to be going off to a world-class competition next week, I believe. I was speaking with the mother, Muriel, last night, and so I think we have an interview that Carson conducted earlier with those young men, and lined up and ready to go.
Yeah, with the Cartwright brothers, Norman and Nash, you guys did well the whole regatta. With Norman, you were dominant. You won every race, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you have any words of advice for your younger brother?
Gain some weight.
So what's next for you guys after this?
So we have a flight at 2 o'clock in like 4 hours to go back to Nassau, and then tomorrow we have a flight bright and early to go to Los Angeles for ILCA North Americans.
Wow.
And then after that we have Worlds in July. We're just doing North Americans as a test run because it's in the same venue.
That's good stuff, man. Well, good luck, both of you,
Thank
and
you.
look forward to hearing from you guys. All right?
All right, so that's an interview with two brothers who they dominated, I believe, the Open G class that was completed earlier today, both sailing lasers. And Muriel Garden, I think, is the boat that was sailed by Norman. And I believe he won all 4 of the races. I'll have to check to confirm that, but I'm sure I saw Muriel Garden at the top of the list each day for the G class. And
He's definitely been sailing very consistently and fast.
Yep.
And that's great that you're going to get to go to another international tournament, further their experience and skills.
All right, and so we had the finale in the E class earlier this morning at Cap, and pretty much same 4 boats that were kind of around the finish and first place finish in the previous 3 days pretty much showed up again this morning.
Yes, they did. No dark horses in the E class there. It was 4 boats very consistent across all the races, and congrats to the winner there in that category. Now we got the C class, where we definitely have the 2 top boats that are going to be going for it, see who can get the win and see who can get the overall win. Is there a dark horse in the C class fleet, perhaps, that could come up and spoil the party for some of these top boats, perhaps by getting in there?
Well, I mean, let's face it. It ain't right. Who is a boat that is, usually in that top number. I believe they have the skill set. The boat is suited to win a race. I don't think that she can win the overall regatta anymore.
No, they're
because,
out in points.
She's
Way
out.
out.
I think she sank the first day, so that would obviously take her out. Crazy Partner. She is up there in as far as being in the top 5, I think. So a chance, obviously a chance to win the race. Winning the regatta, well, it would depend obviously on where the top 2 boats fall. Tall ladder to climb, but possible. Buzzy Roll in Bull Reg.
Definitely.
Skipper who can win this race, I believe. Shroud has been sailing extremely well.
They have, there's no doubt about it.
And of course, again, Xena with David on the tiller. As good as the rest of them.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, well, so we definitely got some boats out there that are winners, capable of winning this race today. Be a bit of a stretch for any of them to take the overall, but it hasn't even started yet. So let's.
Yeah, and then don't forget Sacrifice also.
Sacrifice, yep, they had a good finish yesterday.
Yep, and I think Mark Knowles, I saw him earlier this morning, is actually sailing on that boat, not as the skipper, but handing out some good instructions to young Christo Cartwright, who I think is on the tiller, the son of Colin.
Yeah, well, that's great. And Mark said he's slowing down on the sailing and everything, but who could resist getting out there on a beautiful day like today and going for a C-class race?
Yep, for sure. So we expect that this race is going to be another dandy. Let's hope that the race committee is going to give us a 2-lapper,
I've just gone dead.
as they would have done also with the E-class earlier today. And we'll see whether that also holds true for C. And if it does, then we would be in for a treat of a race. I'm looking at the windward mark. Seems to have been moved even slightly more to the south of the harbor. And so that's going to add to the excitement. And I see the mark that was used earlier as a check mark on the triangular course still in place, and we'll see whether that also remains the same for the C-class coming up shortly.
Nope, that took a hand away.
And we will see. This race gets started very, very soon. We're going to do a quick count. Bring mine down. Let's see if we can get a quick count, Cap, of the amount of votes that are out there.
I got 17.
All right, I think that seems to be the number that we've been working with for the last couple of days.
17 it is, yes, sir. Got one boat there, pretty much in the middle of your screen, just coming in, dropping their anchor.
Yeah.
So a couple more minutes. Everybody else looks to be pretty much in a great, pretty reasonably straight line.
Yes.
And behind the two red markers there, indicating the start line. Once again, Chester and his race committee crew have set a nice wide start line. Gives all of the boats plenty of room to maneuver off the start line and hopefully avoid tangling up with the boats around you.
Yes, so again, 17 boats confirmed on the start line. And
Captain Lauren, number 73.
Yep, and Irene Goodnight. Or Goodnight Irene, depending on which side of the boat you read it from.
I love that.
20.
Very creative.
And beautiful crystal clear Salt Pond Harbor. You can see straight to the bottom. If you look very, very closely to your right, you'll see a turtle going by. And he's been hanging out in the harbor, sunbathing for the last couple of days. No fear whatsoever. We humans don't eat turtles anymore. And so they are free to roam.
And hopefully just enjoying the regatta as we are.
Absolutely.
All right, so...
looks like they're getting ready.
Yep, crews, the bow guys are pretty much in position.
Dan, Irene, Goodnight, number 20.
Might possibly see some longer anchor ropes today as the wind has dropped off. It's easy to pull against a less breeze. On those windy days, it's really hard pulling. You don't want to have too much anchor rope, but then you also don't want to be short. A good start getting out of the clean air is paramount to having a good race. From the boat cam, number 18 there with the dark hull. That's Crazy Partner out of Hopetown now. In case you've been a regatta fan for a while, Crazy Partner. We just acquired her several months ago.
Andre Rollins is saying good morning, Dwight, and good morning to you, Mrs. Rollins. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Say good morning to Captain Rollins as well.
All right, I see crews pinching.
Pinching.
You're not really supposed to do that, but okay, I think we're off. All right,
race is off.
Heave ho, hoist sails and go racing, boys. And yeah, I didn't hear any gun or see any smoke, but definitely off and running.
Forward movement from Crazy Partner. They're pulling the anchor, but the boat's not moving.
The harbor, in some places, the harbor bottom is a little silty, and I hear the guys talking about the anchor breaking free prematurely, and you're not getting much forward momentum. Number 88, right there in the middle of your screen. She's one of the top 4 in the points. Shroud.
Yep, number 10, Sassy Sue at the top right of your screen, also out front, as always. 72 on top of her, and C1 under her. And so 72, it ain't right. Starting to step out just a bit. Number 10, Sassy Sue stepping out. Let's see if we can pick up the other
Shroud
boat that's favored to win it overall. 44, Willie K.
Looking for Xena, number 90 and 44.
Irene Goodnight having some issues with the sail from our boat cam.
Not going to win a race like, oh, what was that? Something coming out of the water. Meanwhile, looks
like Willie K is having some issues. Oh my goodness. Number 44.
44 with problems. Looks like the rest of the fleet's on starboard tack, heading over to the left side of the course. Basically sailing in towards the shore, just past the freight dock. Willie K with issues. Not a good sign for that boat.
No, not at the start. And
back to the fleet from the drone. There's Willie K struggling with the sail.
Wow, unfortunate.
Most unfortunate.
Finally seemed to get it up, and still not going up all the way. And that is probably going to make it very difficult for her to get back into things.
Not to be negative, but that's basically the end of their day.
That kills you.
Yeah, not to say they couldn't get it fixed and finished, but they'd have a lot of making up ground to do to catch up with these guys here. We got four, almost 5 boats right in a row there. Sailing hard up to wind. Got one boat tacking back over. That's Xena, number 90. Deciding to come back. Maybe go for the middle. Seems to be kind of the sort of the favored lane to take this morning. Got another couple of other boats coming over now.
Number 17.
17, Bull Reg. Just above her, boat with no number on the sail.
and I think that's barely legal.
So
So
we
she's got a 55 on the hull.
We've got 3 port tackers. Everybody else hard on and on starboard. We've got another boat coming over on the port.
And Bullridge, Xena.
The post-race interview of the E-Class, I heard the skipper of Lady Kayla saying that he won it by coming in close to the shore on that last upwind, and then when he tacked over, he made ley line right to the marker. He said that's how he won that race.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure if any of these skippers heeded those words.
Listened.
Because they are heading quickly in towards the shore.
And now
72.
Sacrifice, C1. Now coming back on her port. Going across her 57.
107 King and Knights.
Sweet Island Gal, 57.
Yep. Okay, Sassy Sue coming back over. Leaving It Ain't Right. Still heading off on starboard.
And so Sassy Sue not necessarily at the front of the fleet as yet, but she's got some space and positions to play with, considering that WDK had an unfortunate start to the race, and we'll see exactly where she is at. And there's C1 being cut by one boat, and then she ends up
I think that may be Crazy Partner.
Cutting.
Seeing the dark hull.
Number 20, Iron Goodnight.
So it looks like It Ain't Right, and I think perhaps Barely Legal is still on starboard tack heading in towards the shore.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, the other top contenders have all tacked over on the port, coming into the middle and the middle right side of the course, looking out the window from the tower here.
Now we see a couple of other boats now swinging back over, and it looks like almost all of them are now deciding to come back on that port. And there you go, number 55, and that's Barely Legal.
They seem to have lost momentum there.
Yeah, stalling just a bit.
YouTube and Facebook viewers, drop a comment in the section there, and we'll give you a shout out. Let us know where you're viewing and who's your favorite boat.
And I'll tell you, I'm looking at the position of the boats relative to the course, and Sassy Sue basically sailing the same line that the skipper of Lady Kayla mentioned to you earlier, the line that he took, closer to shore. And
That's a win.
Sacrifice. I see Scott Harden, Crystal Cartwright on the tiller. View from above. Still quite a bit of mixed up as far as boats in their positions. We don't know yet.
Yes, exactly.
Who's where.
Got to wait till we get some of them coming together here, like this one here, Xena, number 90.
About to be cut by Shroud, I believe. If not Shroud. No, it won't be Shroud, because
Shroud.
Shroud's got a big 88. I believe
Right.
that may be Captain Lauren. Not carrying a number on the sail.
Xena, third in points, coming into this final race, right there in the middle of your screen. Working her way up middle and to the right of the course. Still got a ways to go to the wounded marker there. I suspect we'll see 1 or 2 more attacks.
A lot of tacking going on so far, which is what the sailing fans love to see.
Seems the middle line is pretty favored. Did see some guys go over to the right earlier, but right now I'm seeing the action I'm seeing is up the middle speed-wise. We've got a few boats out to the right that are going to have to tack over and come back. 2 of them are.
But Dream Girl in our view just now, and another attack happening right under us. And I believe this may be Captain Lauren. 73, not sure yet. Confirm it by checking the number. Yes, 73, Captain Lauren.
I think it's a group of youngsters there sailing that boat.
Yep. sure who.
Oh, here we got 3 boats coming in from the right side of the course, coming in on starboard tack.
Witty K being one of them.
And
I think Xena.
Looking out the window, I see 4 boats on port tack. So we may have a few crossings here. We'll see how that works out.
I believe the excitement is going to build as these boats make their way towards this first windward mark. You can see on your screens now, Sacrifice going across Witty K.
There's Shroud, number 88.
And Shroud. And
Witty K got going and made up some ground.
Yeah. I'll get back to Shroud because I've been told, Captain Plug, that because Bull Reg has not performed very well, that Shroud has now crept into the runnings for that Gombe Cup.
Oh.
Because Shroud was sitting in 3rd place.
Oh, my.
Or 4th place, and it ain't right getting knocked out. Shroud performing extremely well at this regatta, and Bull Reg not.
This is interesting.
That if Shroud beats Bull Reg in today's race, then Shroud is going to take home that Gombe Punch.
Interesting.
Cup.
Wow, let's see how this ends up then today. There's Shroud, the boat we're talking about out of New Providence, number 88. Jason Robertson on the tiller.
And right now she's sailing in 1st place. Or close to 1st, I should say.
Close to 1st,
Sassy
yep.
Sue may be lower to and closer to the mark than she is. We'll see. Still just a tad bit too early to call.
It is. You can see the windward marker to the top right of the screen, just kind of above number 88 Shroud right there. Got a few spectator boats around it.
And Shroud at the far right, and that's Sassy Sue at the left, and
Shroud's pointing very well right now, and maybe getting a little lift.
Sassy Sue actually pointing away from the mark.
So when Shroud tacks over, she'll be on starboard tack and will have the right of way. Here we go.
And there it goes.
No problem to make ley line to the marker, I think.
Get that
Nice,
sail over.
smooth, clean tack, boys. Here we go.
We'll see. Does Sassy Sue have the momentum to cut her? Yes, I think they're going to just...
Shroud kind of stalled on that tack a little bit there. Sassy Sue tacking under him, so there really isn't any issue with port starboard there. They're on starboard tack now. If Shroud can get her speed going while Sassy Sue recovers from the tack, maybe they can inch up on him a bit. But I don't think Stefan's going to have that.
Nope, looks like Sassy Sue's got her speed back under her. Shroud still trying to gain some momentum. It's close.
Sassy Sue on the preferred inside line, heading towards the mark, but that could change before they get there.
And Witty K struggling again, having issues. She's not having a good day. It looks like the sail was down and now coming back up again. So she is definitely...
We got another boat luffing the sail there. That was Xena. Maybe just a bad puff of air. They're lost a little momentum. You can see King and Knights there, just to their right, inching up. 17 Bull Reg, trying to get back in it. 72 It Ain't Right, underneath Bull Reg and King and Knights.
And we can swing our dock cam over to the mark. Let's pick up those boats as they come around. We got the boat cam in place.
Sassy Sue on the inside, Shroud on the outside. Sassy Sue a little bit ahead of Shroud.
And Stefan sailing with Grandpa Lauren's hat. Papa Lauren, straw hat. Bringing the good luck out today. And here they come around the mark. First place, Sassy Sue. Shroud right on her heels.
Right on her.
That's as close as it's going to get. And they're going to make a beeline. And we believe they're coming to the check mark and then heading back out to the downwind mark, but not sure as yet.
We'll be able to confirm that in a minute. It looks as if they're heading back to the downwind marker. No, I think they may be coming over here, Dwight. Yep, they're coming over here, I think. Looking at that angle. Still can't be sure.
We don't have a third place boat to the markers yet. Just goes to show the difference in space between first and second and then third. I believe it's going to be Xena. Sale number 90. And yes, indeed. She goes around.
There she is from the boat cam. Xena, number 90 in third.
Yep, third in points. Third place right now in the race.
And this should be fourth and fifth.
It looks like.
I think that's Crazy Partner, the dark hull.
Crazy Partner, and I believe Captain Lauren.
Yes, Crazy Partner, number 18, coming in.
Trying to establish starboard.
They're on starboard. Looks like
Irene
Goodnight was able to clear them without having to make a course correction.
Very
we had a
close.
little contact there with the sheet.
Very close. Oh, hell, there is some contact.
It grabbed that forward prime, pulled it forward. Here's It Ain't Right coming around. 3 more boats coming in tight.
Willie K. Sacrifice.
Look like Sacrifice on the. Nope, that's Barely Legal on
Barely
the inside.
Legal.
Sacrifice to
In
their
the
immediate
center.
right.
Yep. And Willie K on the outside.
Just coming into the picture momentarily. There she is, Willie K. Made up a lot of ground. Boat
Actually,
cam.
not Willie K.
I'm
40.
sorry. That
And we're told Captain Lauren
confusion
did hit the windward marker. 49 is Dream Girl.
Dream Girl. They did hit the marker. Okay. I know certainly there was contact between the main sheet and the pry there.
And we have Sweet Island Gal.
Sweet Island Gal giving buoy room, keeping their momentum going. They both need to make a hard left. Swinging around. These boats aren't very maneuverable. It takes a little while for the helm to respond, if you will, to the input. Sweet Island Gal sweeping around the outside.
Willie K.
Willie K struggling today.
After the unfortunate start.
Uncle John right behind them. All chest. Nobody.
So they did not come to the check mark as we were speculating. All the boats and I headed back downwind on a bed.
A windward leeward course, often referred to as a hot dog. So if you look at it on the chart, it's up and down, and it's like a hot dog shape.
So first place, Sassy Sue. Second place, Shroud. Third place, Xena. Fourth place, Crazy Partner.
Yeah.
Fifth place, Bullreg. Sixth place, King of Knights. Seventh place, Irene Goodnight, I believe. Eighth place, Captain Lauren, or Barely Legal. And then ninth place, It Ain't Right. And
Yeah, so
things
there on
were
your
just
screen-
not right for It Ain't Right in this regatta.
No. So on your screen there, you can see 1 and 2 on the right, kind of out by themselves. Number 3, really out in the middle by themselves. And then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
10, 11, 12.
Yeah, pretty good tight cluster. Clear of the windward mark, heading downwind to complete the first lap. So we'll see if Sassy Sue can maintain that first place in the downwind run. Sail size is looking fairly comparable today. I don't think I see any full-on larges, but I need to take a closer look.
All right, I'm just going to chime in with some of the comments coming on the Facebook page. Andrew Rollins, hubby and I are both doing well, thank you. And I'll give again my regards. Rachel Alexia, let's go Team Sacrifice. And Andrea, let's go Sassy Sue. Well, Andrea, I think Sassy Sue is doing extremely well. Quentin Smith, good morning, Mr. Hart. You gentlemen are doing an awesome job. Lessons to you both. Thank you very much, Quentin. Nikki Ray Malone, let's go Whitty K.
Oh, she's a big Whitty K fan. Hey, Nikki.
And then Renee Marie is sending hugs to Andre Rollins.
Out there in the lead, in the front of the pack, Sassy Sue and Shroud.
Duking it out.
And Dwight, I'm looking at sale positions.
Shroud is
in
taking the
front.
lead.
Shroud is in front. Sassy Sue has slipped to second place.
Wow. That is Shroud really demonstrating that she can sail. And as I would have mentioned to you a few minutes ago, Shroud, I believe, if she keeps the current position, may be the winner of that supersize $5,000 Gombe Punch Cup prize money.
It is quite the prize.
And along with the additional $8,000 that's going to go to the island and their junior sailing program. And I believe Shroud sails out of Nassau. And there you have it on your screen, neck and neck. Sassy's got the inside.
They do, and they're both wide of the off the line. If you drew a straight line from the windward marker to the leeward, they're both to the left. And Sassy Sue putting the boom in. Not sure if that's some sailing strategy going on there. Sassy Sue, really, both of them rocking now. Boom in the water.
Sailing Shroud as far away from that mark as possible.
Sassy Sue, boom in the water.
And Shroud now.
Yeah, I think we saw a little bit of sailing games going on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sassy Sue is taking the lead back. She's cleared the leeward marker in first place. Shroud coming in real tight and going to want to try to push it up to get above them.
Yep, and coming in hot. And so we'll see. Let me tell you, this one is going to turn into a dandy, I believe, because Stefan is going to sail for the win. And he's got some competition in the form of number 88, Shroud.
Shroud, they pulled up above them. Now let's see if they can keep the momentum going. Meanwhile, Sassy Sue's got their boat speed going as well. 1 and 2 right there on your screen. Hardly a boat length between the two of them.
Less than a boat length.
17-foot length overall on the C-class. One big mainsail, no jib. Typically 2 pries.
And this one is going to be interesting.
Shroud pulling up a little closer.
And we're getting a call from the course that Shroud may have hit the mark going around tight.
Well, that I didn't see, but it wasn't really a tight shot. I think it was from the drone. That's the race committee's call. We'd have to review that and see if there is anything visible on the footage.
Zena going around in third place.
Kind of out there by herself. First and second close together, then a gap. Then third place, Zena, just clearing the leeward marker. Then another fairly substantial gap back to fourth, which I think was Crazy Partner with no number on her sail. Right there in the middle of your screen. Dark colored hull. There's Sassy Sue and Shroud going to start some tacking.
Yep. So we're going to have a tacking duel.
Shroud needs to get her boat speed up. She stalled out a bit. Sassy Sue, good clean tack. Looks like they might have maintained a little bit more forward momentum on that than Shroud did.
Both right now just trying to get that momentum going again. Crazy Partner now going around the mark.
Crazy Partner. John Pinder, MP for Central South Africa on the tiller today.
And it looks like the Shroud has regained some of that forward speed. And so also has Sassy Sue.
Yep. Now, misleading from this shot, Sassy Sue is to the windward, I think, of Shroud.
That's Buller Edge, number 17.
Irene Goodnight doing well today.
Irene Goodnight.
72.
It ain't right.
Yeah, and she ain't been right this regatta, but that's how it goes sometimes. Get her back down there, boys.
Yep, I think that's where she
Punch
sank.
her up. Yep, right there at the leeward marker.
And at that spot. So
things went wrong.
King of Knights
King of Knights
going
coming
around.
in.
Sacrifice going around. I think that's Captain Lauren on her heels.
Good clean roundings, mostly 1 by 1.
Barely Legal going around, number 55.
Now we're going to see how these boats back towards the middle of the field, how far over to the right or the left they go before they tack. Seems the middle lane has been preferred, especially in this race. Woody Kay stomping along, trying to make up for lost ground.
Yeah, and she's going to have to sail the race of her life in order to get back in this and have any chance at getting back on the podium.
Well, I've taken a look at sail sizes over the last few minutes, and I see some medium larges, but I do not see any larges. So nobody quite brave enough to put on the big panties today.
And probably a good thing, because based on...
Ooh, Woody Kay just going underneath 55, barely legal.
Barely legal, yeah. Based on the fact that these guys are fighting, especially out on this upwind leg, they're fighting to keep those boats under control. Big panties would not have been a good choice today.
Sproof out in front of Sassy Sue a little bit, but to her leeward. So kind of misleading right now. They would have to tack back on a starboard tack to
make up that distance.
Make up that distance and see when that happens how close they are to Sassy Sue. Then we got a gap back to Xena. She's back there. But they might want to be looking over their shoulders because I see a pack, 3 or 4 boats coming for them. King of Knights.
Sacrifice also in there.
Sacrifice, barely legal. And let's look over the
Captain
other side.
Lauren as well.
We do have a few boats that are continuing on over to the left side of the course, in by the shore. Looks like Irene Goodnight. Dream Girl.
On your screens right now, C1. Sacrifice to your left, 55, barely legal. 107. King of Knights. And I think that's 73. That's your bottom right, Captain Lauren.
Captain Lauren, yes. No number on the sail today. All right, we got a...
King of Knights going back on a starboard tack now.
Yep.
He's going to get back to the center of the course.
Yeah, if they continue on that for a little while and then tack back over to port, that brings you on that ley line right into the windward marker. You would be coming in on port tack where you're disadvantaged if anybody else is coming in on starboard, but sometimes it's advantageous to do that.
Yep. More forward speed. Well, Sassy Sue now about to get from up and get back to the middle of the course. I think she's a little bit concerned about some of the other boats coming on the port, catching up with her, so she's coming back now on starboard.
Well, you know, Dwight, we all want to win every race, but they're sitting pretty good in the overall points. So I don't think Shroud could catch them if they go 1-2, but maybe he's looking at the boats behind him, possibly. I don't know.
Just making sure he doesn't get any lower.
Xena would be the next one he'd probably have to worry about, so maybe his strategy is going to cover Xena.
And just to make sure also that Weedy K doesn't somehow...
Whoa, real tight there coming around the marker from the boat cam. But looks like all clear. A few words exchanged. Folks, if you're in Regatta Park, look out to the sea, out to the west here, and you can see the fleet pretty much mostly all coming up on port tack, making it up to the windward marker.
And a shot of Shroud, and she's way out there. She's sailing by herself.
She is way out there. Now, they are a little down on the fleet, but looking at it right at the moment, and I don't want to speak too quick, but it looks like possibly they could come back on starboard tack and take first place. But again, folks, I don't want to speak too quick. Let's just keep watching. They have just tacked over. And is that good enough to make ley line to the windward marker? I think that would be a bit of a stretch.
Yeah. That mark is way, way down on the course.
So there's Shroud, number 88. Coming back on starboard tack. See if they can cut the rest of the fleet and take first place.
If she is not able to make the mark, it will only be a quick port and back to starboard.
They
get
can come
around.
up, yeah, and make that quick tack in close to the marker. Seen several boats do that today. It is risky if you got boats coming in with the right of way, but a skillful skipper can do it.
And Sassy Sue making her way all the way to get lined up with that windward mark, and just, I believe, one straight shot to the windward and loop around is the strategy that Stefan is going to take right now.
Yep. To see how close they are when they cross, which they ultimately will probably. Sassy Sue pouring on the speed, coming in on port tack. Sorry, on starboard tack, in closer towards the shore. Yeah, we got Xena out there. I also see Crazy Partner. So they're probably third and fourth as they lay now.
Sassy Sue now about to go back on port.
This is going to be close, but I believe Sassy Sue may have the edge because I do not think Shroud is going to be able to make it on this one tack. If they do, more power to them. And they're getting a little bit of lift, looking at them through the binoculars here.
Yeah, which is allowing them to point the boat a little bit further to the south.
As my friend on Southern Cross like to say, let her walk, skipper, let her walk.
He's definitely walking. I can see that.
Another good lift on the Shroud there. Meanwhile, Sassy Sue, number 10, coming charging up. Below them a little bit, number 90, Xena. And below Xena is, with no number on the sail, number 18, Crazy Partner, out of Hopetown. 72, it ain't right back there. We got another, that boat there struggling. Oh my gosh, that's Bull Reg. Just took a knock. And they got the boat back upright. Okay, it ain't right, tacking right in front of Bull Reg. And they're on starboard, Bull Reg on port.
Okay, we're about to have a reckoning between Shroud and Sassy Sue as they make their way to the windward mark. Shroud coming in on starboard and getting the type of lift. Well, no, she's decided to tack back to port.
They've tacked. Oh gosh, they weren't going to make the marker, I guess.
Couldn't make the mark from where she was.
Ooh, interesting. Perhaps a good thing if they keep the speed going, which it looks like they have. Meanwhile, because he didn't tack, Sassy Sue with Stefan on the tiller is coming in fast and a little above Shroud.
So Shroud is going to have to come back around and starboard again, but I believe
Sassy Sue's going to take him, I think.
Sassy Sue's going to take him, yeah.
Shroud, when they go to tack, if they could light a rocket in the back of the boat, they might make it into first. But
here she comes now.
This is the point of reckoning.
You can see it happening right in front of your eyes, and you can see the guys on Sassy Sue getting ready for that defensive starboard tack to establish the position.
Stefan will probably tack right in front of him, dump dirty air back onto their sail if he has the room. If not, he'll have to duck them and go behind. This is very close.
And there comes the tack.
There's the tack. Now he has to get established on a port without forcing Shroud to change their course. He's done it. He's done it. There he is established.
But Shroud coming with speed.
Shroud coming with the speed. Did not have to adjust their course, so no infraction there as I see it. But Shroud definitely coming in with all the speed. Sassy Sue needs to get the momentum going if they're going to hold.
And she's got to be able to make the mark as well because she's sailing pretty close.
The drone moving around with them. Okay, Sassy Sue getting her speed up. But officially, Shroud was first around that marker.
Yep.
With Sue 6 inches behind. Now, are we going to have another downwind for another lap, or are we coming into the finish?
I believe the committee boat is setting up for the finish. So it's a mad dash.
This is going to be, folks, do not leave your seat right now.
Photo finish about to happen.
Here we go. We had a photo finish yesterday in the A class. Let's see what happens in the C class race today. Sassy Sue looking really good in the overall points.
And starting to power away just slightly from Shroud.
Shroud entering this race 4th in points, but wants a win. They want that gun. They want that cannon.
And can they get it? Just look at that. It's neck and neck.
Shroud to the windward and perhaps just forward by a nose.
It all depends on where that committee boat is lined up. And
where's the committee boat? Where's the finish line? Which end is favored? Right now, from this angle, Shroud does have a half a boat length on Sassy Sue.
And on the
Sassy
favorite end of the line as well.
Sassy Sue is coming up. Good work from the drone. It ain't over yet, folks.
Stay with it.
They're going back and forth a little bit, inch forward a little bit, drop back a little bit. Sail
Shroud
size.
trying to get up another inch of sail.
Shroud, maybe a little longer sail on the boom, about the same height as Sassy Sue. Definitely got half a boat length or so lead. Looking for the finish line here. Sassy Sue putting on a little burst of speed there as they come up to the finish line. It ain't over yet. Neck and neck. What else can I say? Keep watching. Here they go. Boat's doing about speed there as they come up to the finish line. It ain't over yet. Neck and neck. What else can I say? Mere feet from the finish line. Shroud putting on speed right at the end there. Doing their doggone to hold off Sassy Sue. Sassy Sue trimming for every ounce of speed they can get out of that Egyptian cotton sail.
Look at that. Look at that neck and neck, but it definitely looks like Shroud is starting to establish just a slight lead. Number 88.
Still got a few feet to go to the finish line, but a boat length in front now of Sassy Sue. Meanwhile, Stefan adjusting his course, trying to get in a little tighter. See if he can pick up another puff of air, but it's not happening. Shroud squirts out, 3 boat lengths in front now.
What a sail, what a race, what a finish. Excitement all the way to the end.
And nobody walked away from anybody here. We still haven't finished, but right now Shroud looking pretty good. Take that first place and the gun.
In the final.
I think this may be their first gun since they started racing, sailing regattas.
And there she goes, arms in the air, Shroud.
Followed real close by Sassy Sue, Stephen Knowles and crew. Nothing to hang their heads about.
He's gonna win it. He's gonna win the overall because he's gonna come in with the lowest amount of points.
Most definitely, he'll come in with a total of 5 points unless there's something strange. Nobody will be able to touch that.
Yep, closest
Now we look
one.
for third place. I believe that was Xena.
Yep. And Xena is probably going to get the second place overall because she's going to come in actually with 11 points. Shroud is going to also have 11 points. And I don't know. We'll figure that one out. Leave it up to the committee. But we may have a tie for points.
Well, if there's a tie for points, whoever has the most wins, I think, is the
Ahead.
tiebreaker, which means Shroud, I think, would win that because I don't think Xena's won a race this regatta.
Hasn't.
No.
Yep.
So, but that's unofficial, folks. I'm not the race committee. And what we got going on there? Is that 72?
And these are the other boats making their way to the windward mark now, and you have 73.
Right.
Captain Lauren.
Clearing the marker, real smooth and wide. 72, it ain't right out of Hopetown, Abaco. Short tacking.
Crazy Partner is going to hold on to come across the line in 4th place, followed by King of Knights in 5th.
Yes, coming right in front of the broadcast booth now. Crazy Partner and King of Knights.
The rest of the fleet making their way to the windward mark.
Looks like most of the boats coming to the marker now are on starboard. I see one boat on port, but they're back a bit.
It ain't right and barely legal. And Widdy K coming on starboard. She had a terrible, terrible, terrible start, and it did not get any better as the race wore on.
So here's 3 boats going to fight for position at this final windward marker of the C-Class race today. It ain't right, barely legal, Widdy K in that order. Let's see if anybody can outmaneuver the next. Widdy K coming in with a good head of speed, maybe pinching down a little bit on barely legal. Need to leave him buoy room there, boys. Widdy K coming in with more speed than barely legal, though, so she's going to take the position away from them. But I don't think they're going to be able to catch the Abaco boat, number 72. It ain't right. So position change right there at the final marker. Widdy K is going yay. Barely legal is going boo. Great shot from the boat cam, I think that is.
I believe, though, with the very, very low finish for Widdy K, she is probably not even going to make it to the podium.
I don't think so.
Because I think Shroud and Xena, along with Sassy Sue, are going to be the 3 lower point boats. And it's really, really amazing. You can go from possibly winning it all to not even making the podium.
You know, that's
just
something,
because
right?
of a start.
I'm looking at the official program here.
C-class.
C-class pays through 4th position overall.
Okay.
So
well, Willie K may still have a shot at the 4th place.
I'm not going to make any predictions there. I'll let the people who volunteer to do that job of adding up the score, Mr. Cartwright, them. I'll let them handle all
figure
that,
that out.
and I'll read it off the official scoreboard. Well done to all the sailors in the C-class race. Pretty good, clean race.
Yep. No real close calls at the mark. And the rest of the fleet now making their way through. Sweet Island Gal through the line. Around the mark, I should say.
Yep. We got some spectator boats out there this morning, but we anticipate as the day goes on, especially as we get down to the big boys this afternoon in the A-class, that we'll have a lot more spectator boats out there. People getting a real close seat on the action, but you know what? Where you are, you have a good seat too, because not only do we have the dock cam and the drone, we also have the boat cam, bringing you action from all those different angles. Uncle John there, out for a nice Saturday sail.
And a couple more comments on our Facebook page. Nikki Ray Malone, hi guys, and hi to you, Nikki. Tanya Ardley, let's go Sassy Sue. Well, Sassy Sue just came in a close second to Shroud, but consolation is that she was very, very low on points, and will probably end up as the overall winner of Class C, unofficially at this point, with the lowest total combined score.
So there you see Zena, she's finished now and heading back up to her mooring, I think.
I'm trying her best not to sink just before she gets there.
A couple more boats crossing the line.
Yep, it ain't right. Witty K and Barely Legal. Dream Girl, Sweet Island Gal, and I believe Whisper may be the final boat on the race course. Well, Captain Plug, we had a very, very exciting finish to this C-Class race today.
It surely was. I mean, I was literally on the edge of my seat on that one, just waiting to see if we were going to have it be a real photo finish like yesterday with the A-Class or not. And Shroud, they found some wind right there at the end, and you could see it.
Yep.
They just leapt forward, and I wouldn't say they left Sassy Sue in the dust, but they got out front far enough, a couple of boat lengths there, and took the win. Congrats to them.
But it just goes to show also that, you know, both of those boats took different approaches to the last windward mark. Shroud went all the way south on the downwind leg, or the upwind leg. Sassy Sue decided to maneuver towards the center of the course, so she came towards the mark on port. Shroud came on starboard, but they basically got there at the same time.
They did, yep. That's how it works, you know, and if things are equal, which they're often not, then that's what would happen. But when you separate like that, and one boat goes this way and the other boat goes the next way, you're hoping for a little advantage, find a little lift, something like that.
Current,
when you
wind,
come
whatever.
back, you've improved your position by X amount of feet or seconds is how we often measure it.
And whilst Sassy Sue came around the mark slightly ahead of Shroud, Shroud was coming with more speed and able to maintain contact with Sassy Sue, and then got a couple of good puffs coming up with wind coming off the shoreline, I believe. It helped her to move ahead of Sassy Sue for the final 150, 200 feet of the race. And that being said, she was able to get across in first place.
It was a fantastic race. Expecting to see some more of the same in the B, and then which will be the next race today. I think the start time for that is scheduled to be at 1, And then the big boys, the A class, at 4:30. Be expecting to see some close racing like that. At least I would hope so. I'm sure if the crews have anything to do with it, it'll be close racing. So we'll take a break now for lunch and get ready for the B class race this afternoon, kicking off at 1 o'clock if we're able to maintain schedule.
All right. Well, we'll see you when you get back in about an hour or so.
Be there.
Play him again, H. Stephen knows, you know, he can sail a boat. Stephen knows he can sail that boat. Stephen knows, you know, he can sail a boat. Stephen knows he can sail that boat. Stephen won't go to heaven with no water on his head, but he'll be true sailing once he gets out of bed. Stephen's born in Mega Bush with a fast boat to build. He learned from his father and his brother's skill. One day we put Stephen, we put him on a test. That's when he proved he was better than all the rest. Stephen come first in all three class. The other sailors on the sea, see when he passed. Stephen knows, you know, he can sail that boat. Stephen knows he can sail the boat. Stephen knows he can sail the boat. Stephen knows, you know, he can sail that boat. The record is there for all to see, so there's no reason to get mad at.
Yes, so again, 17 boats confirmed on the start line. And
Captain Lauren, number 73.
Yep, and Irene, good night. Well, good night, Irene, depending on which side of the boat you read it from.
I love that.
20.
Very creative.
And beautiful, crystal clear Salt Pond Harbor. You can see straight to the bottom. If you look very, very closely to your right, you'll see a turtle going by. And he's been hanging out in the harbor, sunbathing for the last couple of days. No fear whatsoever. We humans don't eat turtles anymore. And so they are free to roam.
And hopefully just enjoying the regatta as we are.
Absolutely.
All right, so...
looks like they're getting ready.
Yep, crews, the bow guys are pretty much in position.
Dan, Irene, good night, number 20.
Might possibly see some longer anchor ropes today as the wind has dropped off. It's easy to pull against a less breeze. On those windy days, it's really hard pulling. You don't want to have too much anchor rope, but then you also don't want to be short. A good start getting out into clean air is paramount to having a good race. From the boat cam, number 18 there with the dark hull. That's Crazy Partner out of Hopetown now. In case you've been a regatta fan for a while, Crazy Partner, we just acquired her several months ago.
Andre Rollins is saying good morning, Dwight, and good morning to you, Mrs. Rollins. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Say good morning to Captain Rollins as well.
All right, I see crews pinching.
Pinching.
You're not really supposed to do that, but okay, I think we're off.
Saying good morning, Dwight, and good morning to you, Mrs. Rollins. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Say good morning to Captain Rollins as well.
All right, I see crews pinching.
Pinching.
I think we're off. All right. Go racing, boy. Any smoke, but definitely.
Crazy Partner. They're pulling, moving.
The was a little silty, and I hear the guys talking about the anchor breaking free prematurely, and you're not getting much forward momentum. Number 88, right there in the middle of your screen. She's one of the top 4 in the points. Shroud.
Yep. Number 10, Sassy Sue at the top right of your screen, also out front as always. 72 on top of her, and C1 under her. And so 72, it ain't right. Starting to step out just a bit. Number 10, Sassy Sue stepping out. And let's see if we can pick up the other.
Shroud.
boat that's favored to win it overall, 44 WDK.
Looking for Xena, number 90, and 44.
Irene Goodnight having some issues with the sail from our boat camp.
Not going to win a race like, oh, what was that? Something coming out of the water. Meanwhile, looks like
WDK is having some issues. Oh my goodness, 44.
44 with problems. Looks like the rest of the fleet's on starboard tack heading over to the left side of the course. Basically sailing in towards the shore, just past the freight dock. WDK with issues. Not a good sign for that boat.
No, not at the start. And
back to the fleet from the drone. There's WDK struggling with the sail.
Wow, unfortunate.
Most unfortunate.
Finally seemed to get it up, and still not going up all the way. And that is probably going to make it very difficult for her to get back into things.
Not to be negative, but that's basically the end of their day.
That kills you.
Yeah, not to say they couldn't get it fixed and finished, but they'd have a lot of making up ground to do to catch up with these guys here. We got four, almost 5 boats right in a row there, sailing hard up to wind. Got one boat tacking back over. That's Xena, number 90, deciding to come back. Maybe go for the middle. Seems to be kind of the sort of the favored lane to take this morning. Got another couple of other boats coming over now.
Number 17.
17, Bull Reg. Just above her, boat with no number on the sail.
And I think that's barely legal. So she's got a 55 on the hull.
We've got 3 port tackers. Everybody else hard on and on starboard. We've got another boat coming over on the port.
And Bull Reg, Xena.
The post-race interview of the E-Class, I heard the skipper of Lady Kayla saying that he won it by coming in close to the shore on that last upwind, and then when he tacked over, he made ley line right to the marker. He said that's how he won that race. So I'm not sure if any of these skippers heeded those words.
Listened.
Because they are heading quickly in towards the shore.
And
72.
Sacrifice, C1, now coming back on her port. Going across her 57.
107, King and Knights.
Sweet Island Gal, 57.
Yep. Okay, Sassy Sue coming back over. Leaving It Ain't Right. Still heading off on starboard.
And so Sassy Sue not necessarily at the front of the fleet as yet, but she's got some space and positions to play with, considering that WDK had an unfortunate start to the race, and we'll see exactly where she is at. And there's C1 being cut by one boat, and she ends up.
I think that may be Crazy Partner.
Cutting.
Seeing the dark hull.
Number 20, Iron Goodnight.
So it looks like It Ain't Right, and I think perhaps Barely Legal is still on starboard tack heading in towards the shore. Meanwhile, the other top contenders have all tacked over on the port, coming into the middle and the middle right side of the course, looking out the window from the tower here.
Now we see a couple of other boats now swinging back over, and it looks like almost all of them are now deciding to come back on that port. And there you go, number 55, and that's Barely Legal.
They seem to have lost momentum there.
Yeah, stalling just a bit.
YouTube and Facebook viewers, drop a comment in the section there, and we'll give you a shout out. Let us know where you're viewing and who's your favorite boat.
And I'll tell you, I'm looking at the position of the boats relative to the course, and Sassy Sue basically sailing the same line that the skipper of Lady Kayla mentioned to you earlier, the line that he took, closer to shore. And Sacrifice. I see Scott Harden. Crystal Cartwright on the tiller. View from above. Still quite a bit of mixed up as far as boats in their positions. We don't know yet.
Yes, exactly.
Who's where.
Gotta wait till we get some of them coming together here, like this one here, Xena, number 90.
About to be cut by Shroud, I believe. If not Shroud. No, it won't be Shroud, because Shroud's got the big 88. I believe that may be Captain Lauren. Not carrying a number on the sail.
Xena, third in points, coming into this final race, right there in the middle of your screen. Working her way up, middle and to the right of the course. Still got a ways to go to the wounded marker there. I suspect we'll see one or two more attacks.
A lot of tacking going on so far, which is what the sailing fans love to see.
Seems the middle line is pretty favored. Did see some guys go over to the right earlier, but right now I'm seeing the action I'm seeing is up the middle speed-wise. We've got a few boats out to the right that are going to have to tack over and come back. Two of them are.
But Dream Girl in our view just now, and another attack happening right under us. And I believe this may be Captain Lauren. 73, not sure yet. Confirm it by checking the number. Yes, 73, Captain Lauren.
I think it's a group of youngsters there sailing that boat.
Yep. And not sure who.
Oh, here we got three boats coming in from the right side of the course, coming in on starboard tack.
Witty K being one of them.
And
I think Xena.
Looking out the window, I see 4 boats on port tack. So we may have a few crossings here. We'll see how that works out.
I believe the excitement is going to build as these boats make their way towards this first windward mark. You can see on your screens now, Sacrifice going across Witty K.
There's Shroud, number 88.
And Shroud. And
Witty K got going and made up some ground.
Yeah. I'll get back to Shroud because I've been told, Captain Plug, that because Bull Reg has not performed very well, that Shroud has now crept into the runnings for that Gumbe Cup.
Oh.
Because Shroud was sitting in 3rd place.
Oh, my.
Or 4th place, and it ain't right getting knocked out. Shroud performing extremely well at this regatta, and Bull Reg not.
This is interesting.
That if Shroud beats Bull Reg in today's race, then Shroud is going to take home that Gumbe Punch.
Interesting.
Cup.
Wow, let's see how this ends up then today. There's Shroud, the boat we're talking about out of New Providence, number 88. Jason Robertson on the tiller.
And right now she's sailing in 1st place. Or close to 1st, I should say.
Close to 1st,
Sassy Sue may be lower to and closer to the mark than she is. We'll see. Still just a tad bit too early to call.
It is. You can see the windward marker to the top right of the screen, just kind of above number 88 Shroud right there.
My work is on the water. Free diving, throw no line is how I survive. Listen, from Foggy to Yellowtail, from Jackfish to Killer Whale, I jump in my dinghy boat and I head on down the coast. I need a fish to bite, my kids gotta eat tonight, so I do what I gotta do, take some fish back for them to stew. I've been in the trail long, and I was very strong. By my father's side, he said, get big boy to make your man. What you got a big line? Son, you'll be fine. Just keep your eye out for them road groupers passing by. I'm a boatman, a seaman. My work is on the water. line is how I survive. Oh, come on. Yeah, let's go down the shore. Many weeks I out to sea, your wife is missing me. Yes, I missed them too, but this is what I gotta do. So I'm up with the morning sun. I spend me one big day, one red and then one gray. This gonna be a good day. Couple more fish in the fair. Gotta get them on my spare. 3 monkey fish right like gems. Gotta go really for them. I pull up my fish traps. My boat loaded after that. More blessings all over me. So much money in the sea. Ocean, a ceiling. My work is on the water. Free diving, throw out lightning. That's how I survive. Oh! I thank God for the sea. I thank God for the land. I thank you for making me a Bahamian fisherman. I thank you for the breath to help me die the death and for giving me the spoon.